Hi there, this is Craig, and this is another mindfulness video. The theme for this one is It's Just a Feeling. So I hope everyone's doing well and are having a nice day. This video is to remind you that feelings, if we do not think too hard about them, they will just come and they will go, just like the weather. So a feeling is just a feeling, and it enters the body when we're thinking about the future or the past. So too much future thinking can lead to kind of nervous energy or anxiety in our bodies. Thinking about the past can lead to a lot of frustration or sadness or anger. So being present is when those feelings are not present. So when you're present, the feeling that you get tends to be a kind of peaceful, calm happiness. That's kind of how it feels. The more present you get, actually, there's kind of like vibrations can sometimes happen in your body, which is quite a lovely feeling, actually, a feeling. But everything is a feeling. And it's your body's way of living in the world. You know, we're always going to come into contact with something. Sometimes things can be painful, where it's a physical thing that's happened to our body, or it can be uncomfortable internally because there's an emotion. So, an emotion is just a feeling. But what we're trying to do with mindfulness is to not attach to those feelings, to not take ownership of them particularly. We don't need to say, I am anxious, I am angry. We don't have to blame the emotion for arriving. We don't have to get upset with the world because of what it did. The feeling is here. The feeling is now in the present moment. So, tending to your feelings in the present moment is the best course of action. There's no good blaming or criticizing or getting angry with the world. You can come back to your moment. When you're in the moment, anger isn't possible. If there's a feeling of unrest in you, it's a clue that you haven't been particularly mindful and you haven't been in the present moment and you've been thinking. It's all up here. It's all your mind judging something that's happened or worrying about what could happen. You're not present. You're not here. So the entire practice is about returning to here. Return to now. So notice if you're feeling something. You can just call it, it's just a feeling. That's all you need to say. You don't need to say, oh, it's my feeling. I'm in the wrong. This is awful. Why does this have to happen to me? Why am I anxious all the time? That's labeling anxiety as yours. But actually, life is non dualistic. Everything is one. We can't have things outside of us that is separate to us. I am anxious is I, and anxiety is too. But that's duality. You want to come back to oneness. So whenever you're in that kind of labeling, you're kind of putting yourself in a box. It's not true. It's just, anxiety is here for a period of time and then it goes away again. But if you watch your anxiety rather than think about your anxiety, because it's the thinking that actually keeps it here, the thoughts, it's actually nothing to do with the feeling, it's the thinking. So if you can catch your thinking, if you notice, I'm in the future, or I'm in the past, right? Come back to now, come back to now. Everything is about now. Let me come back to the isness. And you're in the isness. And there's a peacefulness. There's space. There's quiet. There's nothing really happening. There's just this kind of watchfulness. There's this observation of what is. So keep coming back to the observation of what is. And don't attach to what you see. Don't judge what you see. If anxiety is in the body, this body has acquired anxiety because thoughts of future have made this body nervous, then okay, come away from thoughts, because the thoughts are feeding the emotion and will keep it here longer. So let's let go of those thoughts and come back to now, come back to the feeling in the body. So what is anxiety? Where is it? Can I feel it? Is it in my chest? Is it in my tummy? Is it in my legs? Is it in my hands? What's going on? Uh, and so it's useful to say my hands, my body. I mean, it's still the two, isn't it? It's like I am this body isn't necessarily the truth. You're just awareness in the body. You're feeling body. Um, so taking away the I and the my sometimes is very useful. Not owning it, just yeah, there's nervousness is here. There's a sense, there's an instinct. It's just like you can feel the energy of rooms or feel the energy of other people. You can feel the energy of this body. Uh, so if there's a heaviness, if there's an uncomfortableness in this body, the chances are there are also thoughts that aren't about now. So, very simple. Notice, watch, observe. Just come back to the isness, come back to now. Here we are. And sit for a while. Take some time out. You might be busy, you might be rushing around doing all sorts of things. You might be distracting your mind with lots of thoughts, lots of projects, lots of ideas, lots of surfing the internet, lots of looking at videos like this. Take a moment to come away and be. Just be, just sit, just watch, just observe. What's going on? What's happening now? It's just a feeling. It's just a feeling. You'll find feelings come and go very quickly if you do that. They don't linger, they don't stay for too long. So if you're feeling anxious a lot, it's because you're holding on to something. And if you're angry a lot, it's because you're holding on to something. You have to let go of the holding on and come back to just now and just be with that feeling while it's here. Notice it, observe it. You can breathe with it. Breathing is helpful because breathing interrupts your thinking. If you're following your breath, it's harder to think. You're just following your breath. It's awareness. So you enter awareness as opposed to entering your mind. You bypass your mind. You go beyond your mind because your mind is just one aspect of this body, of this world, of this life. You are not your mind. So whatever your mind is telling you, it's only one aspect. It's not the aspect. It's not the truth. The truth is behind your mind. Awareness is the only real truth because awareness is what what we can observe, what we can feel, what we can sense. That's the reality. It's like, I feel, there's a feeling here. There's a feeling. It's just a feeling. It's just a condition. It's just a moment of a state. In this moment, anxiety is here. In this moment, anger is here. In this moment, nothing is here. In this moment, joy is here. In this moment, and so on, and so on, and so on. The time is always now. So see if you get a feeling, if it's hanging around, if you're feeling uncomfortable, if you're feeling heavy, if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling grouchy, if you're waking up and your mind is like, you're sighing, you're not happy, you're not present. So come back to your mindfulness, come back to that moment. It's like, can I come back to this moment? What am I doing? Am I walking? Can I feel my feet on the ground? Can I walk mindfully? Am I drinking? Can I drink my tea mindfully? Am I eating? Can I eat my food mindfully? Am I sitting? Can I sit mindfully? Can I feel the chair? Can I look out the window? Can I look at the weather? Can I look at birds? Can I look at trees? Can I look at colors? Can I feel the weather on me, on this body? You come back to the moment. What am I hearing? What am I listening to? What can I sense with my senses? That's the truth. Thoughts are not true. Thoughts are made up of past conditioning, past people. Most of your thoughts are from your past. Sometimes we have other thoughts that come that are not of our past, and how on earth am I thinking this? Where's this come from? But just watch things coming and going, coming and going. That's it. If your awareness and you stay present and you're in your awareness, you are conscious, you are awake, and you are observing this body, the thoughts, the emotions, the feelings that are here. And you're not keeping hold of any of it. You're just watching them, because things are shifting and changing all the time. Nothing is permanent. So I hope that's been a useful little video just to sort of talk about feelings. Feelings are not you. Feelings don't need to be owned. Feelings do not need to be blamed upon anything else. A feeling arrives, you watch it for a while, and it changes. And that's a very, very healthy approach to life. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you again in another video. So take care out there. Bye just now.